Metal Gear Solid Delta. Snake Eater is a remake of the 2004 classic Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, developed by Konami. Set during the Cold War in the 1960s, the game follows Special Forces Operative Naked Snake as he infiltrates Soviet territory to rescue a scientist and stop a nuclear threat. The gameplay combines stealth, survival mechanics, and tactical combat. Players must adapt to the environment, manage resources, and outsmart enemies using a variety of gadgets and camouflage. The remake will feature modernized graphics and improved mechanics while preserving the original story.
You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army. Freeze. Speak. Commencing virtuous mission now.
Clockwork Revolution is a steampunk-inspired first-person RPG developed by Inziel Entertainment. Set in the vibrant city of Avalon, the game features a world influenced by intricate machinery and time manipulation. Players take on the role of a revolutionary fighting against the regime of a tyrannical ruler who has altered history. The game offers time travel mechanics where your actions in the past directly impact the present, shaping the story and environment. It blends deep storytelling, exploration, and dynamic combat in a richly detailed clockwork-driven universe.
But it only takes one rebellious little gear to ruin everything. If you resist my rule, if you alter our past, if you threaten what I have built, there is nowhere in space or time where I will not destroy you.
Oh no. What did I do?
Any last words before my friend puts one in your scalp?
Rooted is a post-apocalyptic survival game set in a world devastated by a global bacteriological war. Players explore a vast open world filled with nature, reclaiming abandoned cities and ruins. Survival involves scavenging for resources, crafting tools, and building shelters while avoiding dangers like wild animals, hostile factions, and environmental hazards. The game offers a mix of single-player and multiplayer modes, emphasizing realistic survival mechanics and a dynamic day-night cycle. Players must adapt to their surroundings to thrive in this immersive, decaying world.
Proceed to go to work, school, and shops around your block. It is crucial to have your ID card with you at all times in case of control. For safety reasons, the Army has deployed autonomous civilian security robots. They are here to protect you.
Blade Runner 2033 Labyrinth is a narrative-driven adventure set in the iconic dystopian world of Blade Runner. Taking place between the events of the original film and Blade Runner 2049, the game explores the aftermath of the Blackout, catastrophic event that wiped out all digital record. Players assume the role of a Blade Runner tasked with hunting down rogue replicants in a fragmented, futuristic world. The game blends detective work, moral choices, and exploration, offering an immersive experience filled with noir atmosphere and philosophical questions.
Picking through the pieces. Being someone else. In places that no longer exist. That's where you'll find me. Searching. In the land of the dead.
Phantom Line is an upcoming sci-fi adventure game with a focus on exploration and storytelling. Set in a mysterious world where reality and illusions blur, players navigate a surreal environment filled with enigmatic landscapes and structures. The game offers puzzle-solving, exploration, and interaction with strange entities, leading to a narrative-driven experience. With an emphasis on atmosphere, it creates an eerie, immersive world where players must uncover hidden truths while confronting abstract challenges and strange phenomena.
I repeat, do not engage. Your goal is simple. Search and contain the anomaly. I repeat, search. Atlas, do you copy? Respond, Atlas.
Chernobylite 2 Exclusion Zone is the anticipated sequel to the survival horror RPG Chernobylite. Set in the haunting Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, the game blends elements of survival, exploration, and supernatural horror. Players must navigate a radioactive landscape filled with mutated creatures, hostile factions, and mysterious anomalies. The game continues the deep narrative-driven experience of its predecessor with choices that impact the story and world. Enhanced graphics, expanded zones, and new mechanics make for a more immersive, dangerous, and atmospheric experience. The Lost Wild is a survival horror game set in a mysterious prehistoric wilderness where dinosaurs roam. Players take on the role of a protagonist stranded in a remote, overgrown research facility, forced to survive against aggressive and intelligent dinosaur predators. The game emphasizes stealth, exploration, and resource management, allowing players to evade, distract, or defend themselves from the dangerous creatures. With immersive visuals, dynamic AI, and a tense atmosphere, The Lost Wild offers a gripping survival experience in a world where humans are no longer at the top of the food chain. Silent Hill Townfall is an upcoming psychological horror game in the iconic Silent Hill series, developed by No Code and published by Annapurna Interactive. The game promises to deliver a fresh yet unsettling experience with an emphasis on narrative, atmosphere, and psychological tension. While details are scarce, Townfall is expected to explore the eerie town of Silent Hill, filled with disturbing secrets and mind-bending horror. Fans can anticipate a deeply immersive story-driven experience, blending the series' classic horror elements with new twists.
But for you, I think it's more than that. I think you're here for some other reason. And I don't want to be anywhere near you when you figure that out.
Blight Survival is a co-op action horror game set in an alternate medieval world plagued by a deadly blight. The blight reanimates corpses, turning them into terrifying creatures. Players must team up in groups of up to 4, using a mix of combat, stealth, and survival skills to fight off the infected and other threats. The game features brutal, visceral combat with medieval weaponry, as well as exploration and looting in a vast, war-torn landscape. Survival depends on teamwork, resource management, and tactical combat decisions.
Stop warming your balls and get over here! Hey, are you listening to me?
Sure, I am.
You're hearing me. You ain't listening.
Leave off, Granger.
Look at him, or I'll make you.
Boy, calm down, will you? Alright, I'm looking.
What did I say then, eh?
What's for the paint?
That's it. That painted armor. Bloody savages, didn't I say?
Yeah, you said it, Granger.
Get off him. What, you think he's got blight?
Sometimes it's harder to spot, yeah? Gets in your veins first, clogs up your brain. Infected before you know it.
He's dead. Poor bastard reeks. Probably dead for days.
You're new to this. It only gets worse after they're dead.
Makes you almost sorry for him.
My ass doesn't feel too sorry. Keep looking.
Transformers Reactivate is an upcoming online action game set in the Transformers universe. Players take on the role of iconic Autobots and Decepticons in a cooperative multiplayer experience. The game is centered around defending Earth from a massive alien threat known as the Legion. With dynamic combat, players can switch between vehicle and robot modes while battling enemies and completing missions. The game promises an immersive storyline, fast-paced action, and a rich variety of environments and characters from the Transformers franchise.
Where the faces are so cold, I drive all night just to get back home.
Alright, let's get lucky.
'Cause I'm a cowboy on a steel on ride. I'm wanted, dead or alive.
ILL is a first-person horror game that immerses players in a chilling and atmospheric world filled with nightmarish creatures and unsettling environments. Set in a dystopian universe, players assume the role of a character navigating through twisted landscapes and abandoned locations. The gameplay emphasizes exploration, puzzle solving, and survival, requiring players to manage limited resources while uncovering the dark narrative behind the game's haunting visuals. Beneath is an atmospheric exploration and survival game set in a mysterious underwater world. Players take on the role of a deep-sea diver navigating through treacherous waters filled with ancient ruins and enigmatic creatures. The game's primary focus is on exploration and discovery, as players uncover the secrets of an underwater civilization while managing oxygen levels and avoiding dangerous predators. The stunning visuals and immersive sound design create a hauntingly beautiful experience, drawing players into the depths of the ocean.
But not a viable escape option. And they're trying to kill me. But I can't leave before...
There are creatures inside the stations.
Most of the scientists are dead. These things are not from this world. What I've seen here defies all logic. Nothing makes sense. There's no way out of here. I'll have to go down below. Assuming the place they mentioned really exists. If what they say is true, if this gets out, we're all in danger.
If anyone's hearing this, send help. Now.
Where Winds Meet is an immersive open-world action RPG set in a vibrant, fantasy-inspired world inspired by ancient Chinese culture. Players step into the shoes of a martial artist navigating through breathtaking landscapes filled with lush forests, rolling hills, and majestic mountains. The game emphasizes exploration, allowing players to uncover hidden secrets and engage with diverse characters and factions. Combat in Where Winds Meet is fluid and dynamic, featuring a blend of martial arts techniques and elemental powers. Routine is a first-person horror game set in a chilling, retro-futuristic environment on an abandoned lunar base. Players take on the role of an astronaut exploring the eerie facility, filled with unsettling sounds, dark corridors, and mysterious occurrences. The game focuses on survival and exploration, requiring players to navigate the haunting atmosphere while solving puzzles and avoiding deadly threats. The visuals are heavily inspired by 1980s sci-fi aesthetics, enhancing the sense of nostalgia and dread. As players delve deeper into the narrative, they uncover the unsettling truth behind the base's abandonment. Outbreak Island is an open-world survival game set on a mysterious deserted island plagued by a deadly virus. Players assume the role of a survivor navigating the treacherous environment, scavenging for resources, and battling infected creatures. The game emphasizes exploration and crafting, allowing players to build shelters, create weapons, and develop survival strategies. As players uncover the island's secrets, they encounter various challenges, including environmental hazards and hostile wildlife. Endurance Motorsport series is a racing simulation game that immerses players in the world of endurance racing. Featuring a variety of meticulously crafted tracks and realistic vehicles, the game emphasizes strategic racing, where players must manage their car's performance and stamina over long distances. With a focus on teamwork, players can participate in multiplayer events, collaborating with others to achieve victory. The game offers a range of modes, from solo challenges to competitive multiplayer races, and features detailed customization options for vehicles. Ballad of Antara is a captivating RPG that transports players to the enchanting world of Antara, a land rich in lore and vibrant landscapes. Players embark on an epic quest as they navigate through a beautifully designed world, engaging in turn-based combat, solving intricate puzzles, and building relationships with diverse characters. The game emphasizes exploration and storytelling, allowing players to uncover hidden secrets and complete quests that shape their journey.
Inferior shades.
Why do we have to bear the consequences of such power?
Time. War. Mortality. These essences shall not fall into your treacherous hands. Wayward emissaries, grant us the forgotten miracles. Rain fire from above. This desolate flame needs a sprinkle of madness.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
POLYARIS is a gripping first-person survival shooter set in a frozen world after a nuclear catastrophe. Players assume the role of a polar explorer and engineer trapped in the Arctic region between Norway and Russia as a nuclear war unfolds. Although not directly affected, you lose contact with the outside world and must rely on your skills to survive. Traverse snow-covered wastelands on skis, maintaining warmth while scavenging vital resources. Battle wildlife and other foes, navigate treacherous storms and remain vigilant for random events. ExeKiller transports players to a dystopian New York in 1998, 2 decades after the Great Fire devastated the planet, leaving only 30% of humanity surviving on scattered habitable land. In this chaotic world ruled by powerful corporations, players take on the role of an ExeKiller, a relentless bounty hunter tasked with collecting DUS H-chips, biotech devices that control their wearers' behavior and transmit vital information about them. Navigating through a gritty, lawless landscape, players must hunt down targets while unraveling the dark secrets behind the corporations that dominate the new Earth.
Sometimes I kill for money. Sometimes I kill for justice.
Your next target, Johnny the Wireman, wanted alive, baked up. Last seen somewhere in Jacobstown area. Bounty hunting is a hell of a business.
Who are you? I am ExeKiller.
I want to make you an offer, which I'm sure you won't refuse.
Fairgames is an innovative multiplayer heist game that combines stealth, strategy, and intense action in a vibrant urban environment. Players take on the roles of skilled thieves, collaborating in teams to execute elaborate heists while competing against rival groups. The game emphasizes tactical planning and creative problem solving, as players must navigate security systems, evade detection, and gather valuable loot. With a variety of customizable characters and gadgets, players can tailor their playstyles to suit different heist scenarios. Dynamic environments and interactive elements create a rich gameplay experience, filled with unexpected challenges and opportunities.
Designer socks too, I got the swag crew. It's a haiku, I'm something like you. Might drink and drive too, work 9 to 5s when I was in high school. These shoes here don't come out till June. This my pick, I'll crop you. Married to the game, set my I do's. Got a window seat like Erykah Badu.
Derelicts is a gripping survival game set in a post-apocalyptic world where players navigate the remnants of civilization. As survivors of a catastrophic event, players must scavenge abandoned structures, gather resources, and fend off hostile factions and mutated creatures. The game emphasizes exploration and strategy, requiring players to make critical decisions to ensure their survival. Players can craft weapons, build shelters, and form alliances with other survivors to enhance their chances of thriving in this harsh environment. Exodus is a gripping narrative-driven survival game set in a post-apocalyptic world ravaged by environmental disasters and societal collapse. Players assume the role of a determined survivor navigating treacherous landscapes filled with dangers, from hostile factions to mutated creatures. The game emphasizes exploration, resource management, and strategic decision-making as players must scavenge for supplies and craft essential gear to endure, as players traverse diverse environments. From desolate cities to lush, overgrown forests, they uncover the remnants of a lost civilization and the stories of those who came before.
This is it.
They found us.
Tom! Stay down!
The Celestials hunted us down. I knew they'd keep chasing us until they ripped our ship apart, and I had to save her. I led them away from this world, away from her. We both knew the cost of using the gates. When you travel at light speed, time slows to a crawl. It was only days for me, but an entire lifetime passed for her. And in the chaos of those final moments, we never said goodbye.
No, come with me! Wait! Please! Tom! I love you.
Our service, our sacrifice, discovers worlds, seeds hope, breaks empires. We are the travelers.
Project Wraith is a fast-paced first-person shooter that aims to revive the essence of classic gaming by delivering an exhilarating, frustration-free gameplay experience. With a focus on pure infantry combat, the game immerses players in constant action without the clutter of modern anti-consumer practices. Players can expect fluid mechanics, intuitive controls, and dynamic encounters that emphasize skill and strategy. The design harkens back to the golden era of FPS games, prioritizing fun and engaging gameplay over unnecessary complexity.
Are you ready?